All right, 7:38 now. For years, California has been fighting a losing battle and trying to get the unhoused off the streets. In fact, as of 2023, our state had an estimated 181,000 unhoused people, which is about 28% of the nation's total. Well, on this Wired Wednesday, GV Wire's news director, Bill McEwen, joins me now to explain why some lawmakers are pitching changes to funding rules that they believe will pay off. Good morning, Bill. Thanks for being here, as always.
Good morning, Justin.
So what is happening with this up in Sacramento?
So as you know, there's always been a debate for years about what kind of policies we should have that would help get people off the streets, and a lot of debate about it. And Justin, recently a big state report talking about all the billions of dollars spent. Haven't really tracked it very well. Governor Newsom has said the local people haven't spent the money properly. Local people say, hey, we don't have flexibility. So now there are two bills up in Sacramento. The one by a Republican says would eliminate the housing first philosophy on taking people off the streets. And for our viewers, housing first means that regardless of substance abuse, whatever issues you might have, the idea is to put you in a shelter, get a roof over your head. For a long time, especially shelters and rehab centers that are operated by church-affiliated groups or nonprofits, they've said, hey, the best approach is to require sobriety.
Okay.
Get someone standing on their 2 feet, reward them. In addition, there are people that have been homeless and say, oh, I'm in a housing first shelter, everybody around me is drinking and doing drugs. That's too big a temptation. I want to be someplace where the requirement is that I be sober.
Yeah, there are some people that are actually trying. So how many of these sober beds are there here in California?
So right now there's about 12,000. It's estimated that it would be a great help if there were 25,000 of so-called sober beds. Now, a Democrat has, his bill would say 25% of all the money we spend, that should go to sober beds.
Okay. So are there some cities that are actually trying any kind of a different approach, or is it the same situations?
So it's not directly, but here in California, voters, it appears they want more conservative solutions. They're kind of going back to the middle. And for example, in San Francisco, there's drug testing now before you can receive welfare assistance. Down in San Diego County, the mayor of Vista is trying to do the same thing with their homeless program. And what's really interesting to me about this is California has insisted on housing first policy, right? And it came originally from the federal government. But the federal government says, if you have sober beds, that's really not against housing first. We're okay with it.
Okay. One last question here, because we're about out of time. What do those opposed to funding homeless housing that requires sobriety say about the legislation?
So a lot of them say that housing first is the most effective, and they can point to studies in which they say there's a lot of success. That's countered by, if this philosophy works, why do we leave the nation in homelessness? Right. Why do we have so many people here that need help?
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense, and hopefully we'll see some kind of resolution here soon enough. Bill McEwen with GVWire.com, thank you so much for joining us as always. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Justin.
And great day. We'll be right back.